What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today I just wanted to catch up and talk about trying to move past toxic fans. But before I get to that, I hope everybody out there is doing well. Like I said, I'm gonna just be a little short, little mini episode, just some thoughts I want to get off my mind. But as always, if this is your first time here, then welcome. But if you're a returning listener and or watcher, then welcome back. Y'all know here at Daddy to Talk, it's all about fatherhood and family, manga, anime, TV shows, and gaming. So, like I said, this episode is a little bit more focused in a sense. Just because this topic has been on my mind for a while. And as always, for certain parts of the conversation and stuff I'm gonna talk about today, whatever, check your timestamps because if I feel like it a little bit later on, I might also touch on a little bit of news and stuff from the Nintendo Direct and the PlayStation State of Play or whatever. But I'm primarily here to just kind of share my thoughts on the current state of being a toxic fan, just because, and I guess the reason why this is something that is like looms in the back of my mind from time to time, but I feel like with the recent releases of stuff like Starfield, the PlayStation Portal, the One Piece live action TV series, and several other things, it's just kind of just like reared its ugly head once again. And it now there's a difference between having preferences for something, but you can have your preferences without being toxic and trying to shove your preferences or tell somebody that they are wrong or stupid or whatever for liking what they want to like. So, example, I'll kind of start this off with a classic that comes up all the time: the sub versus dub conversation with anime. Now, yes, a lot of us have preferences or whatever, but I feel like the conversation oftentimes goes in a way to where people are just like down, like just like fully just putting down the other side. And most of the time, at least my experience or whatever, it's mostly the sub watchers putting down the people who enjoy the dub. And I feel like from my perspective, there's a multitude of reasons for having options. Because for one, sometimes you just don't like subs. And also there might be times where somebody might have a condition, whether it be a disability with reading or whatever, multitasking and stuff, or might be a kid, who knows what, that might lean them more towards maybe wanting to listen to the dub. Because, like, prime example, my middle son, he's 10. He's been watching anime for a couple of years now, whatever. But you know, he started like example a couple years ago. He started watching Naruto, and he was watching it, loving it or whatever. But then he reached a point to where there weren't any more dub episodes available. I think it was on Hulu or whatever. And then he just kind of stuck and sad because he was like, man. But he did start making that transition to watching sub, but that was a little bit of a barrier, at first for him. And I'll say, even for myself, as a 30-year-old grown man with a family and stuff that works in IT, in the medical field and stuff, whatever, I have long, busy days. And sometimes when I come home and I want to just relax and watch an anime, if it has both, there's a chance, especially in recent times, I'm probably going to go with dub just for the ease and the comfort, towards like, okay, I can just kick back, watch something in peace, and not have to worry about super focusing and paying attention to stuff, whatever, I can take my glasses off, without being like, crap, I need my glasses to read the subtitles, whatever. But also, I look at it this way as well. Why not have more options? Because I feel like the more languages that are available for people to watch a series in, then it means we all win, right? Now, if the show is available in Japanese with subtitles, English, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, whatever the case may be, then that is freaking awesome because it means that there are more people enjoying the thing that you already love, which means that, hey, maybe this series, because it's getting more and more attention, well, hey, maybe that'll domino over to, hey, maybe, manga sales will go through the roof, and then we'll get another season of the anime. So I just don't understand, like I said, like people being like, boo, I hate dubs or whatever. Hey, if you don't like it, that is fine, but don't crap on other people because they might prefer that. Now, moving on, same thing with, like I said, like with Starfield and gaming and console wars and all this dumb stuff, whatever. Yes, we all might have our preferences, whatever. I've mainly been a PlayStation gamer, but I have all of them. I got my PlayStation 5. I got a couple of Xbox Series. My wife and my kids have Xboxes. I have a Nintendo Switch as well that I share with my 5-year-old. And it's like having options. Now, yes, everybody isn't able to financially or really want to own all the systems, all the different platforms, whatever. But still, we all make a choice, whatever. And yes, sometimes exclusives suck to where it's like, man, I only have an Xbox, but man, Spider-Man really looks dope. Or man, I only have a PlayStation. Man, I would love to try out Starfield, but I can't. That's just the unfortunate nature of the beast. But that doesn't mean that like to basically to go out of your way to ruin the experience of somebody else just because either you can't get access to that thing or you don't have access to it or whatever the case may be or whatever, because people going out of their way to like, you know what, I don't care about Starfield or whatever, but I'm gonna go look for leaks and spoilers and I'm gonna spoil the whole story for everybody and stuff, whatever. And there's ways to voice concerns or to be like, hey, if there is a game that is a console exclusive within certain aspects or whatever, it's cool to voice your concern to the developer and be like, hey, is there a chance for this game to come over to my platform or whatever, without you being toxic and just being like, hey, I'm gonna just dump spoilers in the chat or whatever for this game for whatever reason. Because I think about like to earlier this year with all the stuff that happened surrounding Hogwarts Legacy and that stuff, whatever, to where, of course, people had valid concerns and stuff with the game, people behind it, all that stuff, whatever. But for people to go out of their way because they don't want to support the game or they don't want people to be supporting it or whatever, okay, I'm going to go out of my way to just be spamming the ending and big plot points and stuff, whatever, in the comments of every post I see or whatever. That is not the right way to handle that situation because you're just causing another problem in this thing that you're trying to combat against or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So it's just situations like that just kind of sucks. And same thing I got to talk about with the PlayStation Portal when that got announced and stuff, whatever, and people getting upset, being like, "This device is pointless. It's so stupid. Why get that when there's already options like the Backbone or whatever that you can just do the same thing on your phone or whatever." Once again, options. Now, me for myself and my household and situation or whatever, I was like, yes, the PlayStation Portal is super dope. Looks like something that I would want to get and plan to get at some point in the future. I might not get it launch day, but it is something that is on my radar that appeals to me and my situation. Yes, I've known about the backbone and stuff for a long time. Yes, I can stream my PS5 here to my laptop in my little area that I have here, whatever, remotely to kind of get the same thing. But hey, sometimes I just want to lay in the bed or whatever and not have my gaming experience tethered to my cell phone or whatever. Once again, it's all about preferences and options. It's not a lot of times the way people backlash on stuff, it makes it the way people be complaining about stuff, whatever. It's like somebody is taking something away from you. You know, it's like the PlayStation Portal existing does not negate or or lessen, you know, your experience of using the backbone or remote playing to your laptop or whatever, your PC. It is just another option to do this thing that you want to do. Now, yeah, you can be like, man, that's dumb, and then keep it pushing or whatever, but you don't have to go out of your way to hunt down people online that are being like, yeah, I'm excited for this device, and just come and be like, man, this thing is crap, it's trash, you're stupid for wanting to buy it. Or it was like, why is you worried about what I am doing with my money? You know, I gotta work every day, bust my butt, take care of my family and stuff, whatever. And then when this dad wants to splurge some money on a Spider-Man 2 PS5 controller or the PS Portal, or I want to check out this other thing or whatever, or hey, I want to watch this anime in dub or whatever, why do you care? And like I said, that stuff like that, it's just like, it just boggles my mind, like who these people are on the other side that are typing up these messages and stuff, whatever, just spamming stuff, trolling, whatever the case may be, just being toxic. And it kind of, in a way, shows the ugly side of us all being too connected with too much ease of access to information and to each other, to talking to each other, whatever. Just because I feel like, you know, sometimes I do miss, and you know, of course, we can still get it just disconnected from the internet or whatever, or from social media and stuff, whatever. But the simple nature of loving what you love, enjoying what you enjoy in your own little bubble without knowing what anybody else knows and thinks about. And a lot of times, one thing we have to also keep in mind is was that, like, sometimes those of us that are active on social media a lot, we're in a, it seems like it's a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of things, it is just a very loud echo chamber. Because once again, for all the complaining and stuff, whatever people did for, you know, talking about Starfield or talking about Hogwarts Legacy earlier this year, or certain movies or whatever, hey, it still blew up, still sold like gangbusters, because there's way more people out there in the world that have no clue about certain controversies or thoughts or opinions on a game, a show, a event or whatever. They're just regular people just going about their lives, living with their families or whatever, and they hear, oh, a new game out from the people who made Skyrim. Okay, cool, I'm gonna go check that out or whatever. They don't know or care too much about, like, oh, it's, you know, oh, it's got a 10 out of 10 from this place, but oh, IGN and GameSpot gave it a 7, or hey, this person over here gave it a 4. They don't care. You know. Same thing like with, you know, with the Hogwarts Legacy thing or whatever. It was like, there are so many people that just saw the TV commercial or was in the store and saw something that said Hogwarts, or oh, hey, Harry Potter thing, whatever. Oh, cool. Hey, mom, buy that for me or whatever. Or hey, babe, I want that for my birthday or as a gift or whatever. And they have no clue about all the fussing, fighting, screaming, all the struggles that are going on, you know, all the podcast episodes being recorded, all the YouTube videos, TikToks, all that stuff, whatever. They have no clue about this echo chamber of the internet culture that a lot of us find ourselves in. And it's like I said, I think sometimes we just all just kind of forget that, because like I said, we're kind of in it all the time. And it's kind of made me try to lessen my time online as well, just because. And of course, obviously, if there are valid concerns with certain things, whatever, of course, I do want to hear those opinions and stuff, whatever. But sometimes there are times to where people just it's like it's a race to see who can have a hot take first or crap on something first, whatever, before somebody else. And it's just like, dang, and I kind of hate that it kind of like sometimes sways or starts to affect your thoughts on something, whatever, to where you're like, oh, I'm really enjoying this show. Let me look on Twitter and see what the people are thinking about or whatever, and you're just seeing like this post like, oh, this show is trash, or the dub is awful, or whatever the case may be, the animation is horrendous, whatever. And it's like, man, I thought that looked good. I thought the voice actor sounded great. Or you was indifferent to it or whatever, and now that stuff is in the back of your mind when you go back to watch your show or you go back to play your game, and you're like, is it bad? And I don't like that or whatever. Like I said, like being overly influenced by other people's thoughts and stuff, whatever. And so that's why I appreciate some people. Like, shout out to Phoenix from the Anime T, and Polo Montel from Mike Check Waifu, and Lisa from Wonder of Anime. Just different friends and people that I've met over the time that enjoy the things that they enjoy, watch what they want to watch, play the games they want to play, whatever. And for the most part, their social media presence is little to none. Especially Phoenix from the Anime T. It's like she does awesome work, puts out awesome content or whatever, and then just ghost out living her best life, traveling the world and stuff, whatever, doing what she do, and then popping back in, dropping more awesome stuff, whatever, and disappearing. Same thing with the homies Polo and Tell, watching or enjoying what they watch, play, whatever, unapologetically, giving their unfiltered and mostly untainted thoughts on whatever they're watching or playing or whatever, and then going about their business. And that is something that I think we all should do more of. Enjoy what you want to enjoy, whatever. Of course, like I said, it's good to have those conversations and to hear differing opinions on why somebody maybe didn't like something or why somebody did like something that you didn't like. Just to maybe, just to kind of like, just like give you different perspectives. But don't go out of your way to just crap on something for the sake of crapping on it or whatever. Because I know we see that a lot of times with, like, example, like going back to games and stuff, whatever, to where everybody has something to say about how horrible a game is, even especially if there's like preview coverage coming out or reviews, and then it's like, okay, yeah, you read this review or you watched a review video, listen to a podcast, whatever, or some people you just see the number score or whatever, didn't even read or watch or listen or whatever, and then you think you know the game, and it's like, have you even seen gameplay? Have you even played it yourself? Because that's another thing too, is like sometimes seeing stuff in a trailer or in a small clip without actually going through the actual motion of, okay, I'm gonna actually watch an episode of this, or I'm gonna actually get my hands on a controller and actually play a little bit of the game, try out the demo, whatever. Everybody knows how horrible something or whatever is without actually even trying it out. And it's just like, well, wait, how do you know the game sucks? This review came out 2 weeks before the game is even out or whatever. It's like, does your uncle work at Nintendo and get you early access? What's going on? And so I just kind of, the toxicity of everything, I'm just kind of slowly, day by day, becoming more and more tired of it and just ready to kind of like continue to try to pull back and separate myself from it. Because another big example of when this happened to me was a couple weeks ago when the One Piece live action series dropped or whatever. I never forget. I woke up that morning and I was like, "Oh yeah, I think the series is out today, or whatever." So the first two things I did, like I said, this was like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, whatever, before I was getting ready to go to work, get the kids up for school, all that stuff, whatever. Grab my phone, click on the Netflix app, boom, big banner, One Piece live action app. I'm like, awesome, that is dope, whatever. And I think I saw I had like a notification, something with it, I don't know. But I had opened up Instagram just to browse or whatever. First post on Instagram, whatever. Some account, like I said, hours before I even saw it, which like I said was like at 5, 6 a.m. myself. First person I see was like, hey, at what point did you turn off the One Piece live action, or what moment made you turn off the One Piece live action? And I'm like, man, I'm already seeing crap before I've even gotten a chance to watch it myself. And once again, I wasn't even searching for One Piece live action stuff, whatever, on Instagram or social media, whatever. I literally just opened the page, the feed, refreshed or whatever, and the first post there was that. And it's like, okay, wow, and stuff, whatever. And of course, I still watched it and I still enjoyed it, whatever. But like I said, just like moments like that, to where it's just like stuff is just like thrown in your face, sometimes unexpectedly, because people be like, well, why don't you stay off of social media, or hey, why don't you mute these words or whatever. And it's like, yes, you can do that, yes, you can unfollow certain accounts, whatever, but sometimes there are things that are out of our hands, from just like the algorithm or just whatever. Like I said, I wasn't trying to find that or whatever. It was just, I literally just opened up the app, and the first thing was there without me even doing anything was just a hot take, so to speak, whatever. But yeah, so like I said, I just kind of just want to just touch on all this stuff, whatever. But I do enjoy, and I have been doing this more, disconnecting from stuff, whatever. Trying not to go down these rabbit holes of these social media threads and comment sections and stuff, whatever, where people are talking crazy about whatever thing, whatever. And it's just like, you know what? I enjoy what I enjoy, and I've been trying to do more stuff in a bubble as well, especially because for somebody like myself who does podcasts and who reviews and talks about stuff, whatever, I do also want to try to give as much of my pure thoughts as possible on something without it being too influenced from other people's thoughts, whatever. Now, of course, there are some things I do still want to maybe hear or get like a second opinion on or whatever before I talk about it, just to maybe see, okay, did I miss something or whatever. But a lot of times it's like, you know what, there's a new game I want to play, whatever, and some people might feel a certain way about it or whatever, but I want to see for myself if this is a game that I'm gonna enjoy or not, so that people who come to me for my thoughts on it or whatever will know, okay, hey, I usually align with Robert on this type of manga, TV show, video game, whatever. Or hey, I don't really align with Robert on these certain things, whatever. Okay, what did he like or not like about this thing? And then kind of you form your own opinion and decision from there, as far as like, okay, all right, you know what, he didn't like it, but the stuff he said he didn't like is stuff I actually enjoy. So I think I will pick that up, whatever. Or it might kind of at least like pique your interest. And that is something that I try to do, is just because, like I said, like I'm a busy person, and I try to minimize as much negativity around myself as possible. Because, like I said, I have a busy life, I have a busy family. We, just normal day to day stuff. Wife, 5 kids and stuff, whatever. And then 3 of my kids do sports all year round, and we're traveling the country and all this stuff, whatever, tournaments and events and stuff, whatever. So I don't really have time and energy to waste on the negativity of the internet. And so that is why at the end of my shows, I love trying to promote treating yourself and loving the things that you love and enjoying the things that you enjoy, regardless of what others are saying, because don't let somebody's negative comments or thoughts deter you from at least trying something out yourself, whatever. Cause like I said, even though there might be maybe like some bad things being said about something or whatever, or a potential controversy, do your own due diligence, do your own research to try to form your own opinion. Like I said, like, hey, go out there, listen, watch, read, whatever. But ultimately, the decision is on you as to whether or not you are going to watch this show, read this manga, play this game, or go to this place or whatever. If I be like, man, I really didn't like this movie theater or whatever, or hey, I didn't, I had a bad experience at this bowling alley or whatever. I don't know. I'm just being spitballing random stuff, whatever. That's still on you to decide for yourself if whether or not you're going to engage with whatever that thing is. So, like I said, let's just try to cool it on the toxicity and the hot takes and stuff, whatever. Because I'll never forget. I think it was maybe like a year or two ago. I was a guest on somebody's show or whatever, and I think they ended up doing a section to where they were giving like hot takes or something that they hated or whatever. And that's not really me. That's not really my style. So I was the only person on the show that was given a positive spin or a positive outlook on stuff, whatever, just because I couldn't think of something that I wanted to trash talk about or whatever. And it's just in my nature, I guess. I guess I'm just naturally the nice guy or whatever. But yeah, but all in all, though, like I said, I think sometimes we do need to disconnect from each other a little bit more, especially disconnect from social media and stuff. Take those breaks, walk away, take a day, take a weekend off from social media, whatever. Think before you post, or tweet something out or post something on whatever social media platform, record that hot take, TikTok or whatever. Because sometimes when we take a moment to breathe, then it's like, you know what, okay, that thing wasn't that bad or whatever, or I don't need to necessarily say that because I've caught myself in the middle of like typing up something to tweet, and then it's like, what good is this comment or this post is gonna do? It's just gonna probably cause a crapston or whatever, or probably nothing because I don't really have the biggest audience as is, so nobody's really gonna see it anyway. So it's like, you know what? The time I'm wasting trying to figure out how to type up something to tweet or whatever for whatever, I could just be enjoying the thing I'm enjoying or just continue watching, playing, whatever. It's like I'm wasting what little precious time we have because time is short, time is limited, time is precious. Like that is definitely something that you cannot get back is your time. So be wise about how you spend it and be kind to each other because like I said, like we don't all have to agree on everything. We all don't have to like the same things, whatever. And it's okay to have your preferences, but don't crap on somebody else for their preferences and how they play a game, how they watch a show, what language they listen to something in, or whatever. If they prefer the anime over the manga, or vice versa, whatever the case may be, or whatever. Because at the end of the day, let's all just share the love and enjoyment of the things that we have in common and leave some of the toxic stuff behind. Because, like I said, especially if you don't really know the person that well and you're just saying stuff just to say it or whatever without knowing, oh, okay, this person has a condition as to why they have to play a game a certain way or they need this extra accessory or they need, to watch stuff in dub or whatever the case may be or whatever. We all have things going on behind the scenes that we might not talk about openly with everybody. So yeah, so point is let's just be kind to each other. And with that, I think I am done with that topic. um, and so before I get out of here, like I said, just kind of just touching on a little bit more uh, lighter stuff, whatever. I'm gonna touch on a little bit of some stuff I've been playing lately, as well as like, so like a few of some small highlights from the Nintendo Direct and the PlayStation Showcase today, because there wasn't necessarily like a whole bunch of stuff whatever that they talked about. But I guess I'll start with stuff I've been playing. So I've still been playing Sea of Stars, chipping away at that. That game is so freaking awesome. I'm thinking I might plan on trying to maybe do something down the road where I talk about all the similarities of this, that or like certain uh, themes this series has in common with One Piece, because it's like, okay, I've literally been to a underwater city with fishmen. I've been to a sky island area. I've met freaking giants. I've been to a futuristic setting area, whatever. I'm like, man, am I in the void century? Am I on Egghead? I think I just met the three admirals last time I was playing, you know, and all these different things, whatever. So, but yeah, so Sea of Stars has still been dope. Um, what else? Oh, I tried out the demo for this. There is this game called Gunbrella that I've been excited to play for a while. Well, it finally came out this week. There was actually a demo for it on Steam, so I played the demo of it. I recorded my first, like, it was like, played like 45 minutes of it. It's on my YouTube channel, so go check that out at Dad Needs to Talk on YouTube. But that game is super dope. I love the look and the style of it. It's basically kind of like a action adventure, kind of like platformer game, to where your weapon is this thing literally called the Gunbrella, to where it's literally a weapon that is a gun that is also an umbrella. And the gameplay for it feels so freaking smooth and nice. The sounds, the music feels awesome. I'm loving the different characters and stuff that I'm meeting and interacting with. So all in all, that's a very dope game, and I look forward to playing more of that. That game I played a demo for last week, and I can't remember if I talked about it on here or not, but called Eternites. They came out earlier this week, whatever. Once again, I wish I had freaking money to spare, whatever, because I would love to play more of that. But like I said, I can't remember if I talked about that on here or not, but that was basically kind of like shoot, what's it called? The kind of like half persona, kind of like action dating sim type of game, whatever, that I played the demo for last week, I think. So yeah, so that is fully out or whatever. So that's kind of it as far as like what I've been playing. I have a bunch of demos for some interesting stuff that I've been downloading on Steam. Uh, that I plan on trying to get to and record and stuff, whatever. So be on the lookout for that. And just a reminder that all that gameplay stuff, whatever, make sure that y'all are subscribed to the YouTube channel so that y'all can check out that stuff, whatever. Because obviously, since it's gameplay or whatever, and I'm talking with the gameplay, I'm not gonna post it here on the podcast stream for the audio only stuff, whatever. So just to keep that in mind. So aside from that, um, oh, quick little tangent or whatever, because I forgot to even mention this, or whatever. But I guess because I ain't doing my normal talking or whatever. But your boy got called in for jury duty yesterday, but luckily I went in, but I didn't get selected or whatever. So, but I had to be there majority of the afternoon on what was that, Wednesday. So, but got to meet some interesting people and stuff. I think I might have I think the situation or the case was a potential or was tied to a murder case, whatever. Because I did some looking up of the some of the people's names, whatever, and it tied to a murder, and I was like, ooh, you know. So, but anywho, me saying all that or whatever. So Wednesday morning, I was happy because I got up in the morning, whatever. Nintendo announced, "Hey, we got a Nintendo Direct coming Thursday morning." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then I go do all the jury duty stuff, whatever. Get out of the court thing, whatever, to see the news announcement like, "Hey, PlayStation State of Play coming Thursday afternoon as well." I'm like, "Yeah, dang, hey, hot dog," you know. So yeah, so but all in all, like there wasn't like nothing like super big, at least like for me. So just some of the highlights, whatever. Like I said, I'm just gonna just rattle these off. Whatever they're doing a remaster of the original first three Tomb Raider games. That's gonna be coming out February 14th of next year. I'm just gonna kind of go over like the main ones. There's this game called. Actually, let me pull this stuff up. Okay, so there's this kind of like a strategy RPG game called Unicorn Overlord. Now, this game, the reason why a lot of people were excited for this, because first of all, like the art style and stuff looks really dope on it or whatever. But the company that's working on it is called Vanillaware. They also did the 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim game, Odin Sphere, and Dragon's Crown from back in like the PS3 days or whatever. So the game looks super dope, but not really my type of game. But like I said, just wanted to put that on y'all's radar for any of y'all that are into that type of game, or any of those previous games I mentioned. Um, a for sure unexpected surprise was a Spy Family video game called what's it called? I think it's called Spy Anya Operation Memories. Nobody expected this game, whatever. It looks super adorable. So that's coming out sometime next year as well. But that game looks super cute. There was also a I don't have the trailer for it, but there was also a Demon Slayer Mario Party style game that they announced. That everybody was like, "Wait, what? What is this?" So that's coming. Let me see more Mario Kart stuff I don't care about. They announced F-Zero 99. It's kind of like a battle royale version of F-Zero. Now I've never really played F-Zero. I know little to nothing about that series, but I know a lot of people are excited about this, I guess. But yeah, so this they actually dropped this on the eShop today. So the F-Zero 99 is already out. If you're interested in it, you can go download it and play it now. So that's there. What else? Oh, Princess Peach Showtime. Now, earlier this year, they had announced that there was like a new Princess Peach uh, platform or game focused game, whatever that was coming out or whatever. Well, we finally got like a little bit more information on whatever, and Princess Peach is gonna get all these different types of transformations and stuff throughout the game, and she's gonna have all these like little outfits and stuff, whatever. One of them, she's like a sword fighter, so it's like what's it like sword fighter Peach that looks super awesome. There was like a pastry chef one where she was like patissier Peach. There's a detective outfit. There was a kung fu outfit. Uh, just so many different cool looking little things. And so that game looks super dope. That's coming out March of next year. So very excited and looking forward to checking that out or whatever. Um, and let me see. I don't know if there's some game called Another Code. I think it was also called a Trace War from the Nintendo DS and Wii. So that series is getting a remaster or whatever that they're bringing to the Switch in January. Um, what else? Splatoon DLC. They announced they're doing a HD remaster of the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Mario, the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong is coming back. So those are kind of like the big highlights from the direct or whatever. Nothing too much to spoke to me personally, but like I said, I want to just kind of mention that stuff for those of y'all out there that might be interested in it. Um, Now speaking of Nintendo, real quick before I leave, of course the rumors and stuff are starting to swirl and more again about the potential next Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2 potentially, whatever the next system is going to be, potentially coming out next year. And so, because it seems like a lot of developers and stuff got to see it or get a demo or whatever at like Gamescom in Germany last month. And so it's not like developers are starting to get their hands on the new hardware, whatever. So potential specs and stuff whatever's coming out about the device, whatever. Seems interesting. I'm definitely gonna get it day one, no no ifs, ands, or buts about that or whatever. But so yeah, so new Switch potentially coming sometime next year. Uh, we've just kind of been like flooded with so many amazing games this year. Like it's ridiculous because like the reviews for Lies of P came out today. The game is scoring fantastically. I've talked to a couple people that actually reviewed it and stuff, whatever, and stuff, and they were very high on the game. And so I'm like, man, like I haven't, I'm not necessarily like the biggest like Souls type of person. The only one that I've ever played through all the way and beaten is Bloodborne, which is the shirts I am rocking today. For those of you watching the video version, I got the maiden saying, "May you find your worth in the waking world." This is one of my all-time favorite shirts. Shout out to my old homie Kelly. She got me the shirt at a convention years ago. But anywho, so Lies of P, it's on the Bloodborne track for a lot of people, whatever. And I've heard that like the story, the gameplay, all that stuff is good. So I'm looking forward to getting around to it when I can. The dope thing is that it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass when it comes out next week. Now that and Mortal Kombat 1 both come out next week. Though, if you got like the higher tier of Mortal Kombat, I know there's some people actually playing it right now because it came out a few days early for people that had like the premium edition or whatever edition. So now a lot of people are already diving into the game tonight. But yeah, so hearing good things about that. So swinging on over to the state of play. Let me see what stuff. So funny enough, so they announced Roblox is coming to PlayStation 5, and PS4, and I'm like, oh, I never knew Roblox was never on the PlayStation system, whatever, which is kind of crazy. Just because I've seen my kids play, but they've played it on their Xboxes and their phones and tablets and stuff, whatever. So I know how big Roblox is. Cause like I said, my kids and stuff play it, and so the fact that it's been around all these years and it's just now coming to the PlayStation, they just supposed to blow up even more. So I guess shout out to them. A Ghostbusters VR game I don't really care about. More colors for PS5 controllers in the covers. Helldivers 2 got a new date. It's pushed out of this year. It's gonna be coming out February 8th, 2024. Got a new trailer for Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Resident Evil 4 Remake is getting a new DLC with Ada Wong coming in a couple weeks. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out in February of next year on PS5. They showed a new trailer for that. They showed more Spider-Man 2 stuff, which I did not watch because I do not need to see any more of that game, man. Like, it is like so hard trying to dodge spoilers and stuff for that game now because a lot of people, a lot of press got to go play it recently, and so I know tomorrow, by the time y'all are hearing this, there's gonna be previews and stuff up for it, and so it's like, man, it's like seeing screenshots. I'm like, I don't want to see no more, but I'm excited to play that game when it comes out in a month. But those are kind of like the main highlights from the PlayStation thing. I'm trying to think, is there any other like big stuff that like really happened lately gaming wise? Yeah, I don't think that there's nothing too much else I really want to dive into right now. I guess I do want to shout out. There's another game that came out this week. I didn't get a chance to try it out yet or whatever, but it's called should I get the name right? I believe the name is Thunder Ray. Yeah, the game is called Thunder Ray. It's pretty much like a game that plays in the style of like a Punch Out from like the NES and Wii and stuff back in the day. So if you're looking for, since Nintendo won't put out a new Punch Out game, go check out this game called Thunder Ray. It looks really cool and really interesting. I hope that maybe I might get a chance to find a demo for it or something, because I really would like to at least like try it out or whatever, just to like shine a little bit of spotlight on it. Even though I don't have the biggest platform, but hey, my handful of views is better than zero views. Eyes getting on the game, whatever. So, but yeah, Thunder Punch Ray, or Thunder Ray. Sorry, Thunder Ray, is out So go check that out. And yeah, I think that might be it. We got the fall anime season is like the hype for that is building up. I'm excited. In the coming weeks, I will do a dedicated podcast episode talking about what stuff I'm gonna be watching for the fall season that y'all should have on y'all's radar and stuff. So be on the lookout for that in the coming weeks. So I'm very excited for that. I'm trying to think, cause it is so much stuff, man. Freaking like they put out another trailer for Shangri-La Frontier, and any of y'all that watched my review I did about the first like 90 chapters that I read like this time last year, y'all already know how I feel about the series, and it's like from what they show, like visually, the voice acting, everything seems on point. This is one that I hope it does get a dub as well, just so that more people will get exposed to it. But I'll talk about that more once I get ready to do the preview in a few weeks or whatever. But yeah, so lots of amazing things coming up soon. A lot of the summer season anime is starting to wrap up, so I'm probably gonna be doing some binge watching in a few weeks because I put a lot of shows on pause for the time being, just because a lot of them I was enjoying, but I was like, man, I just want to just watch them all together, and a lot of them were getting dubs and stuff too. So I'm like, you know what, I maybe switch over to the dub with a lot of these, and just I want to just watch them all in one shot. So probably after the fall preview, whatever, I'll go back and I'll do maybe like a summer review episode or for recommendations and stuff that I enjoyed from the summer that I want to put on y'all's radar and stuff. Aside from that, I'm probably also going to do an episode on talking about like going back to certain series, either be whether it's shows that are just like older that I've never watched that came out many years back, or stuff that I had stopped watching, paused, dropped, whatever, that I went back to recently and gave her another chance or went back to finish or whatever that I ended up enjoying. There's some of those as well. I got some more manga reviews and stuff coming up soon. I've already recorded one that like really touched my heart, but the manga's not coming out to till the first week of October, so I might hold that for a couple more weeks, whatever. But it's called that time. It's not an isekai. Hold on. Yeah, it's called That Time the Manga Editor Started a New Life in the Countryside. Man, this was such a feel good story. Like I said, I can't wait to talk more about it in a few weeks. But I know this is one I definitely don't see nobody talking about it or nothing. Um, but anywho, and I guess I'll just say real quick. So basically, the basic premise of it is that it follows the story of a manga author who worked at a magazine company for 13 years. The company got shut down, and he was kind of torn between trying to figure out, like, basically, he lost all his motivation to try to continue working in this industry. And so he ends up becoming a rice farmer, or starts working towards becoming a rice farmer. And it's just like such a wholesome story that a lot of people I feel like can relate to, with just like unexpected things happening in our lives, and then us kind of coming to a pivotal moment. It was like, okay, hey, am I going to continue going down this path, or am I going to make a change and do something that makes me happy, something that I want to do and pursue? So really good. Like I said, look forward for that review in the coming weeks. And I'm also reading some other stuff right now. I'm currently reading through what is this thing called? The Summer Hikaru Died. I'm also reading through Nina the Story Bride. I got access to Glitch Volume 1, a comic series called Parenting is Weird. So I got some stuff that I'm cooking up and working on behind the scenes, like I said, as well as game stuff I'm trying to get to and play through, whatever. So lots more stuff coming, but I'm just rambling at this point. Um, but as always, thank y'all so much for listening and or watching. I hope y'all enjoyed my little rambling discussion up at the top of the show. But like I said, I just feel like I just had to get that stuff off my chest, and to just just to remind everybody, like, man, we gotta disconnect sometimes and just sometimes enjoy things in our own little bubble, untainted by the thoughts or opinions of others or whatever. Just enjoying the things that you want to enjoy, because you enjoy them, not because somebody told you to or somebody told you, hey, this thing sucks. Go out, see, and find out for yourself. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching and listening. You can find me everywhere at Danny to Talk. Make sure you're following, subscribed, all that fun stuff. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your grandpa, tell your kids. and as I always say, treat yourself to something nice. Read some manga, watch some anime and TV, play some video games, and live your best life. And with that, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support as always. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.